What does a neurological disorder called dystonia and wheelchairs and crocheting have in common? Well, probably a lot more than you realize, and that's what this video is all about today. 16 years ago, I started my channel by posting videos of our son and his dystonia to show his doctors so they could determine if he was eligible for a particular surgery. Then we started posting, with the help of one of his caregivers, about helping someone in a wheelchair. Set them over here, out of the way. It's Dayna and David. We're going to do some videos of how to help David get in and out of the stair lift. Look, say hi, Dave. Can you wave at him? And little did I know that my channel would be popular among disability community, but I'm thankful, and I've kept these videos of David up all these years because I knew it was helping people. Well, over time, David would help me in my crocheting by posing in pictures, holding up some of my crochet projects. He loved posing for pictures. So who is David? David is our son with special needs. He was born developmentally delayed, and he was delayed in speech, in motor skills, but he was a fun member of our 7-member family, and everybody loved David. It wasn't until middle school, really, that people started noticing his walking was more clumsy, and he would hold his one hand behind his back and the other one he would bring up tight like this, and he would kind of drag one of his feet. And we wondered, what is going on with David? So we finally found a neurologist who knew the answer. He was actually a top neurologist in the field of dystonia, and he was the one who actually diagnosed David with dystonia. In order to get help for the dystonia, we looked into a surgery for him. Now, he ended up having the surgery. It didn't help David like it helped some people, because there's quite a big percentage of people that it actually doesn't help. And he was one of those. Dystonia is a progressive neurological disorder that is a lot of twisting and tenseness, sometimes shaking and jerking. It looks a lot like Parkinson's sometimes, and sometimes it looks like cerebral palsy. Dystonia can be very painful. I think for David, at the beginning of his diagnosis, it wasn't painful. But as it progressed and got worse in high school and later, it was painful, and he became more and more twisted. He ended up losing his speech, but he was a cheerful guy. He loved going to movies with his special friends. That was his favorite thing to do, I think. But he also loved posing with my crochet projects when I would take a picture or make a video. And really the first one he posed with was my Sophie's Universe. And that was actually the first crochet along I had ever done, and I had never heard of crochet alongs. But he did love posing and trying to hold up my Sophie at different stages. With my son, just a minute. Okay, David, Look up. You're doing a great job holding up the Afghan. David loves having his picture taken. Anyway, he loves being involved in the videos. His dystonia makes it a little bit hard for him to hold up the Afghan, but he loves being a part of it. And in spite of David's dystonia, he loves helping me show off my Sophie each week. He also loved posing with some of my character hats. I would make Minion hats and Grinch hats and sell them or give them away. And he did like posing with those. As David's dystonia started getting worse, he started having other issues complicated by the dystonia and ended up in the hospital several times the last year of his life. When I went to the hospital and would stay with him, I would take one particular project called the Bohemian Blanket, and even to this day, when I see pictures of the Bohemian Blanket, I think of David, and I think of those times in the hospital with him. The last years of David's life, I probably crocheted more than I had ever crocheted, even though my grandmothers taught me when I was a little girl. It wasn't really until David was in a wheelchair and was not able to get around that we were both more homebound and I crocheted more. And that's when I started crocheting the Sophie's Universe and posting the videos with David holding up the Sophie. And that was a special memory. So I have a lot of special memories with David and those early days of posting crochet videos. And because they were the wheelchair videos and my crocheting videos and David posing all ran together, I have kept all of those videos on my YouTube channel, partly in honor and in memory of our dear David, partly because I know it helps other people especially when they see the wheelchair videos. A lot of people look those up. So I've decided to keep them on my channel in honor of David, in his memory, because I know the wheelchair videos help other people. And sometimes people go to his dystonia videos to see what is dystonia and to see dystonia in action. Anyway, so what does dystonia, wheelchairs, and crocheting have in common? It's David. And that's how I like it. And that's why if you go back to my oldest videos, you'll see they are not about crocheting. They're all about David, dystonia, and his wheelchair. So that is the unexpected link between dystonia, wheelchairs, our son, and crocheting. It's actually a story I love to talk about because I love to tell people about our dear David. Sometimes it makes me cry and a little bit sad, but it is a very special story. If you or someone you love or know has walked a similar path, I'd love to hear. I'd love for you to share it. And if you're here just for the crocheting, well, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm glad we're on this journey together. If you're here to view videos of dystonia and helping someone in a wheelchair, well, maybe the crocheting videos can encourage you to pick up a hook and grab some yarn and learn how to crochet, because crocheting really is a wonderful way of healing and can bring meaning and calmness into your life. So thanks for spending time with me, for hearing my story, and now for understanding the connection from those videos at the beginning of my journey to now with crocheting. And I can't wait to see you on another video soon about crocheting. Have a blessed day. I'm Dayna with Nellie DeeCee Crochet. Bye-bye.